John coming at you from 100%mindset.com. Today I want to talk to you guys about blue chip stocks. Now, this was a mystery to me before, so I kind of want to just define it, and I got a different format. I wrote down a bunch of notes. So check out this video. Yeah, blue chips. All right, before we get started, please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Comment below if I missed any blue chip stock advice. Anyways, I got notes here, man. I hope this format helps you guys. I want to talk about blue chip stock, okay? I want to talk about this. I know it's not the most exciting thing for some people, but look, all this stuff used to confuse me, and now I know a little bit about it. It's helped me a lot, man. It's gotten my money to grow. You know, if you're earning money, I don't care if it's at a job. If you can invest 10% of your income every month without fail, this thing will start to compound on you, okay? And one way I found that is done right by me, I want to share with you guys, is blue chip stocks. Okay, what are blue chip stocks? Definition, risks, examples. We're gonna go through that. All right, they're known for their low risk and stable dividend, okay, and reliable performance. A couple of blue chip that probably does not would be like Google, Alphabet. They don't pay dividends. Anyways, I'm trying not to get sidetracked, but most of them pay dividends. They're usually expensive stocks, all right? They don't grow much. Blue chip stocks belong in any well-diversified portfolio, guys. Though they tend to be favored by like older, more conservative investors. You know, it's not like, these are the real deal, folks. That's what I consider them. Let's switch this camera angle. In summary, blue chip stocks are seasoned, reliable companies with minimal risks. They typically pay good dividends, not huge dividends like a REIT. Guys, REIT is like a real estate trust. They're required by law to pay out, I think, 90% of their earnings in dividends. That's why some of those are such great dividend payers. But I digress. I'm getting sidetracked again. All right, so back to blue chip stocks. What are they? What are blue chip stocks? They occupy the most venerated top strata of the stock market as top corporations. They usually have strong histories, guys. They deliver strong consistency year after year, sometimes decade after decade, okay? They weather the market. Whether the market is up or down, blue chips prove themselves as reliable investments, guys. As a result, share price tends to be high. You know, you're not gonna get these blue chips for like 69 bucks. Some of them are 100 bucks, a couple $100. We know Amazon is like 3,200 bucks. You know, so you can find them right around 200 bucks. Okay, guys, don't get discouraged. What makes a stock a blue chip? All right, mainly it's large market capitalization. Okay, I used to just like roll my eyes back and like, I don't even know what that is. Well, basically, guys, that means they're worth like billions of dollars. There's like a certain point I'm gonna get. Blue chips tend to be huge, well-funded corporations that have dominance in their niche, okay? Worth at least $5 billion. Here it is. Most are north of $10 billion, okay? That's a blue chip. It's a huge company. It's a huge corporation. I'll get to why that's important later, okay? But they have massive long-term growth, okay? History. Massive long-term growth history. Okay, they didn't just pop out because they're the latest COVID vaccine or test, you know. These guys have weathered a lot of financial storms, a lot of depressions, recessions, you know, they're still freaking hammering and innovating. Years and decades of sustained growth. They don't just jump like dramatically in price. It's not like a growth stock, okay? They slowly rise over a period of time. Space and position in major market indexes. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100. Okay, so let's talk about dividends. Dividends is like a small payment you get 4 times a year, depending on how many shares of the stock you own, okay? Most of these blue chips have some sort of dividend. So in addition to the stock price rising over the years and you making money, kind of like, you know, a house, when you go to sell it, it'll be worth more. But anyways, the stocks rise, of course blue chips rise like we talked about, but more slow and steady, but they pay the dividend. Okay, that's what I'm into lately, is a dividend paying stock. All right, well, not always a feature. I just told you, like Amazon don't pay a dividend, Google doesn't pay a dividend, all right, but a lot of them do. Johnson & Johnson does, AT&T does, Coca-Cola does, blah blah blah. A lot of them do, most do, okay? Most blue chips pay a reliable dividend. As the profits grow, these stocks will increase the dividend to the shareholders. So as the profits grow for the company, as the company grows, there's another thing, it's called dividend aristocrats. They're usually blue chips, and they've paid an increased dividend. I mean, it just goes up a little bit, but I think it's like it has to go up like 25 years in a row consistently. That's a dividend aristocrat. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked again. We're back to blue chips, okay? Blue chip stock list. Okay, let's get to it. Tell me what the blue chip stocks are. Enough with the blah 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 about numbers and boringness. Okay, blue chip stocks include notable names familiar to almost everyone. Amazon, American Express, Apple, Bank of America, Coca-Cola, Costco, IBM, Johnson & Johnson, Microsoft, McDonald's, Starbucks, Visa, Walmart. Okay, that's a good list of dividend. Blue chip stocks. Most of them pay dividends, guys. Pay attention. All right. Now, while not immune from market downturns, you know, like right now it's COVID-19, a lot of people's portfolios went, you know, like that. It's starting to go good again. Mine's going good, anyways. While not immune from market downturns, blue chip stocks are well-established long-term companies that are not easily shaken by economic volatility. So they weather these economic crises well, you know. You got your money in there. You don't have to run to the places where you have your stocks and sell them all the next day, because they're going to be fine mostly if you have blue chips. I suggest you buy and hold. You know, it's the only way you're going to get anywhere. We're doing this for the long term. Okay, they also feature dependability and transparency with their long history and status as industry leaders. Okay, with their long history and status as industry leaders, they show dependability and transparency. Blue chips operate with seasoned management teams, okay? The company's fame and high profile tend to keep their operations transparent. That means they're not shady companies. They're not like Enron, I mean, heck, they're not even like Exxon, you know, they're not, or like Philip Morris or whatever. They're not, usually these blue chips are not selling a shady product, you know, and they're above board and they're pretty transparent. Yeah, baby, we're almost home. All right, the drawbacks of blue chip stocks, right? Let's talk about the negative too. It's important. So the drawbacks of blue chips would be low growth, unless you invested decades ago in the company. You generally won't make a killing in blue chip stocks. These are mature companies, and for the most part, their growth days are behind them. They're well established, and they probably had explosive growth to get to where they are today, but they're pretty much slow and steady growth. So that's one of the drawbacks. They appreciate steadily, but not dramatically, that's the trade-off for their low risk, If there's economic crisis, you really don't have to worry about these companies, Alright, so the takeaway would be the security of blue chips rank at the top of their appeal to the average investor, okay? Blue chips' history of weathering even the stormiest times puts them in a kind of safe haven category, so to speak. I mean, if there is such a thing, it's blue chips, guys. This gives investors comfort in knowing these stocks emerge less scathed than their counterparts in rocky times. All right, these stock stalwarts look especially attractive to like older investors who are often risk averse because they're about to retire. They don't want anything to happen to their nest egg. They're ready to retire. They're ready for maybe to sell these stocks or for steady dividend payments, and they don't want any funny stuff at the end. So a lot of people like get conservative towards the end and maybe take a lot of maybe more risk with their portfolio and buying stocks when they're young. But I have to say, I don't want to get too sidetracked. This is why I don't get into bonds. I'm into stocks because I think if you get the blue chips, they're relatively safe and steady. I haven't had a problem in years, okay? So, all right, more often than not though, younger investors who want bigger growth and can take chances avoid blue chips for the very reasons. They avoid them because it's going to take years for it to pay off. I have young guys all the time asking me about Bitcoin. I don't really know about it. I don't know enough about it, but there is people making money, and we've all seen the Wolf of Wall Street. That was mostly like penny stocks. There's ways to make money. These are things I'm unfamiliar with. Okay, mostly in the blue chip investing and blue chip aristocrats, the ones where the dividend has consistently paid out and gone up for 25 years in a row. A good example would be 3M. So anyways, guys, for me, I can rely on blue chip stocks as a way to add strength and stability to my stock portfolio. So now for a quote. I found this quote on the internet, and I think it'll help you guys. Anyways, it's a fun quote. The universe doesn't hate you. The universe doesn't hate you. But it doesn't love you either. The universe doesn't hate you, but it doesn't love you either. You're just an atom, okay? In its infinite workings, okay? The universe doesn't care if you live or die, suffer or thrive. Whatever your life here will mean is up to you. Peace.